Hey y'all, so here's a little update on the book. I just wanted to share some thoughts I had after making this very traditional Persian the soup. It's kind of served as a soup, but you braise like a very big chunk of lamb shoulder in it, and then it's kind of served separately from the broth. So I like to call it a braise, since it's not served really, like you can serve it in a soup form. But anyway, traditionally it's served separately, like broth with its own thing, and then the meat and the vegetables are served like removed from the broth and served separately. Anyway, that's beside the point. I made this dish and I was eating it after I made it, and it was just so good. And I know I always say this, but I just want to reiterate that, like, it's fascinating how these dishes that have stood the test of time, they have been around for hundreds of years, maybe some of them thousands of years, I really don't know, but at least hundreds of years. They endure for a reason. They are perfect concoctions. They are beautiful ways to pair food, and the techniques are there. And yeah, it's just so much fun learning about them and being able to put them in one book in a cohesive way. And yeah, like, I don't know, this dish, it just tasted so special. The flavors were, it's traditionally made with lamb and a lamb broth, so it's got that lamb taste. If you like lamb, you would love this dish. And it's made with tomato paste, turmeric, and adavea, which is a Persian spice blend that has a lot of the sweeter spices in it. So it's got nutmeg, cinnamon, cardamom, and then also cumin and rose petals if you have them. It's just so lovely. It's so complimentary to that lamb flavor, and with the turmeric and the tomato paste, and then it has like big chunks of potato that you put in toward the end, and they get soft and perfect right before you serve it. And it has black limes or dried limes, which are really good because they're dried, so they're like hard when you put them in the broth at first, and then they soften up and you kind of squeeze out their juices, and that becomes, you know, part of the broth. So it's this subtle tang, but it's a very complex flavor within itself. And yeah, the reason I love this soup too is that it sounds really like hearty and almost rich, but it's really light. The richness certainly is there from the lamb and kind of the umami of the tomato and the sweet spices, but I don't know, it's got this like lightness to it. The broth is thin. Maybe it's the limes adding a little bit. I don't know, it's just perfection. Like all these traditional dishes. I'm sorry, I'm just really in awe. And I just feel like this is such a cool approach to learning these techniques. So it's like the techniques of the book being combined with these flavor pairings, and the way that the foods are combined in certain cultures, like how the book shows through the traditional recipes, are just so beautiful because they are flavors that have endured, that pair well together, that are just, they're not going anywhere. And it's such a great learning tool. Like once you learn these food pairings and the techniques, that's what really gives you the keys to be creative in the kitchen and to be able to improvise a little bit more when you want to be resourceful, and or if you just don't always like going out to the supermarket and being able to use things in a delicious way. Or I know like some people are adverse to buying like odd ingredients. Like maybe someone would look at this recipe and say, you know what, there's one recipe in the book with Persian dried limes, I'm not gonna buy them because I'm not gonna use them again. And here's the thing, if you know the flavors that are paired with them, take this recipe for instance, you could improvise with them. See, you know how to cook them. You know that they need to be steeped in the liquid to become soft and to leach out their flavors. And you know they go nicely with bold flavors, and they give some acidic balance to something that's kind of rich in flavor, and it brings lightness. So yeah, anyway, I'm just having so much fun writing this book, and just so humbled by these recipes. Like, they're really not my recipes, you know, they're the way that I will do them, and through the eyes of the way that I learned how to cook with my technique. But these are not my recipes. They are this book is like a celebration of flavors and cultures and the way that people have used ingredients over time, and the ones that have endured. So that's my thought for the day. Bye, y'all.